Hi everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been recording, but I lost a little bit of momentum and then things got a little crazy. I thought I didn't have enough time, and why I ever said I don't have time, because now I'm blessed with tons of it. But anywho, I shared a picture of my hair straightened and it gave me tons of ideas of videos. So I was like, why not take the opportunity of having all this extra time and talk to you about how I achieved this look. So I'm kind of bummed that I didn't record it because it is so much easier to show you versus talking about it with you. But I figured I can talk to you about the tips of how to be able to use heat and tools in a healthy manner and still achieve to have healthy, lovely hair, which I didn't realize was a big thing. But then it dawned on me that I too also thought you could not straighten your hair when it's natural, or all these different things. And oh my goodness, boy, am I wrong. So I wanted to talk to you about that. But first, coffee. Oh, yes, my family mug from years ago back when I was thin. No, I'm joking. I love my body. Most days. So, anywho, okay, so I tend to like to start with freshly washed hair. And my process might be a little bit different from others, but there are ways. A lot of people think that you can't use tools to have healthy hair, and that is wrong. You just have to be aware of the methods you are using, and just be aware of how hard you're pulling your hair and things like that. So I know friends that don't like to use combs or tools, or like to comb their hair. I know some that don't like to use blow dryers or heat and things like that, but you totally can. You just have to be conscious, and be careful. Take your time. Never do your hair when you're angry. I learned that lesson years ago. You will rip your hair out. You don't want to do that. So anywho, I started on washed hair, just so I can have a nice clean scalp before I get started. I did use Cantu leave-in conditioner, mostly because it doesn't encourage my hair to curl, but it does hold the moisture. So I did choose to use that product. I also did use a body or a scalp oil to help lock in also some moisture and to help maintain my scalp. I still have dry scalp issues that I'm dealing with, but whatever. We're working on it together, right? So the tools that I used, I'll show you those as we go. After washing, normally I wash my hair, I detangle it first with a pre-poo step. However, when straightening my hair, I don't. I do my detangling after. And I know that sounds weird, like, why are you doing that? Blah, blah, blah. I'll explain. When I'm trying to set it for a wash and go or for a braid out or twist out, I want my natural curl pattern to come back. So I let it revert and I let those curls clump back. However, it's opposite when I want to straighten it. I want it to be completely detangled and separated. So I do it at the end. So what I do, and I'm going to show you how I separate my hair. I go in sections. I always work bottom to top. Oh, my hair is so long now. So I usually will go like this and separate my hair from top to bottom. It just makes it easier for me. And then on the back section, I separate that into two. So left and right usually is the easiest. And then in those sections, I will comb or I will detangle. What I did is I started with a wide tooth comb. I like this because it's a hard plastic. And as long as I hold my hair and work from the ends out, it really does detangle pretty quickly. This is actually my son's comb, but I stole it. I follow up after the comb with my Denman brush. It's modified, so it doesn't have all of the bristles, but I like it because it will also continue to detangle, but in a very gentle manner. And then I lastly will follow up with my Tangle Teaser. This will make sure and ensure, especially with the next stage, that there are no tangles. Once the entire back section is detangled, I will start with the blow drying section. I did invest in a brush blow dryer. It has 3 settings. It's very simple. It's with Infinity Pro. So it's a Conair product. It's not necessarily my favorite because it does have like the wire bristles and my hair curls do wrap around them and sometimes tug, but I am very careful. Once I feel it getting snagged, I do remove it completely before brushing all the way through. So just work slow, take your time, and patience. So I work with that. I always start on low throughout, and as I start to feel it starting to dry, I will increase to high heat. High heat, though, I only do for 2 to 3 minutes tops at a time. Whether that section is completely finished or not, I only do 2 and 3 minutes at a time. So once it reaches that time frame, I'll switch to the other side and work on that section for 2 to 3, and then switch and back and forth until they're completely dry. Once it is, I just twist it or braid it out of the way and then move on to the next section. The top section I do a little bit differently. I do in 4 different sections. So I do one here, and then I have the middle section, and I separate into 2 sections. So always my crown, I want to give it some special attention. I treat it differently because it is the front of my hair. It's very sensitive, so I do very gentle there. But the center of my hair that's the worst section, so it needs a lot more work. So I treat it differently than I do all others, because that's where I lay my head. I'm weird. But it tangles very easily. Sometimes it has its worst knots. It's actually still a little frizzy. I can feel it now. It's a little frizzy still back there, but I do the best that I can with exactly, like I said, the time frame. I try not to go over. Once I do, I let it naturally cool back down and then go back. But I try not to put too much heat because, I mean, I'm naturally curly. It's not going to all be straight or perfect. Once I've blown and dried and twisted up each section, I will go back now with the hot flat iron. Flat iron I have is this. It's the Remington. I can't remember if it's ceramic plates or not. I believe it is, which is why I bought it. I've had this for years. I don't remember if I bought it. I must have bought it from Ulta, the local Ulta by me. So yeah, that's where I've gotten this. But you're able to regulate the heat. I can't remember all of the temperature gauges. I didn't want to really turn it on. But I use, with the heat I do use it for is the amount that when I first turn it on, it actually presets to 380. It's about medium. It's the highest I will ever go. I have gone lower, but I don't get the same results. And in the end, it's the result that you're looking for, right? So with the flat iron, I will use a lot of heat protectant. I actually use the Tresemme spray heat protectant. I will just spritz whatever section I'm going, and I only do it as I go, so I can control how much I'm putting on. And I'm going to show you the size of hair that I use flat iron at a time. So it tends to be that big. It's not very big at all. It's very thin, so I'm able to glide right through it. And I try to only pass through once. I will clamp once or twice on the roots, and then I will pass through once. And then if I do want a little bump on my ends, I will come back about halfway or to the end and really quickly clamp and release the end just to give it some sort of body. That is how I get my salon quality type of straightening. If I'm just looking to straighten it, then I will just completely straight it all the way through. But I only try to limit it to 1 to 2 passes per section that I'm straightening. I forgot to say that I also have a regular comb. I will comb through it now that it's completely detangled. Comb through that section first and then follow up with the flat iron. That's how I get it as straight as possible, because those little bristles, it's going to continue to separate all your hair, so that way you can physically straighten each strand. I tend to try to be a little bit more gentle on my ends. Because you are manipulating it, you are going to deal with some sort of damage. Just keep in mind that you're going to have to trim your hair a little bit more around the time frames that you straighten your hair, which is totally normal and fine. But doing all of this and being very gentle and mindful of it, you shouldn't experience that much heat damage. When I straighten it like this, I will be mindful of the amount of time frame I'm going to keep it straight. Like I said, I only do it for like 5 to 7 days. So I will not reapply heat within that time frame. I try to do it the one time. It should get me enough through that week. I wash my hair and then I'm back to curly again. When I'm going to do it for longer, I try to be mindful of only putting heat to it once a week. So if I'm going to keep my hair straight for a month, it's literally once a week that I will put heat on it just to help maintain the look. But I just don't want to keep applying heat to my hair. Heat is very damaging. When you do redo your hair, say if you are going to reapply heat to it again, just remember the heat protectant. It's going to save you so much for damage. So that's pretty much all I did. And this is day 3 actually. At night, all I do is just twist it, just do one big twist, or I'll do a French braid. And then when I wake up, I just undo it and I get a little bit more body. If I lost some volume, I'll just flip my hair the other side, and usually that helps or works. Now I am one that likes to play in my hair, so I know that I'm going to be getting frizzy hair by the end of the week. I just embrace it like I've always said, because I always have big hair. But that's one thing that you can do to help reduce losing your style, is just not playing with your hair. Don't put your fingers in your hair. It's simple. But yeah, that's all I do. If you want to see how I actually achieve the look, it won't be anytime soon because I don't, like I said, do this look that often. But I can demonstrate how to get there. So just comment below if you want to see that. If you want to see the reverse effect, I am planning on doing a video of that. So stay tuned for later on this week when I wash my hair. So I'll do a quick show of what it looked like at the end of the week. I'll wash my hair and you can see it naturally revert back to its natural state. So I will be sharing that with you. So yeah, so I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed. You may see a lot of me now, depending on how long schools are closed, how long everything else will be closed. I actually am kicking myself a little bit because I joked saying, right, back in the olden days, being closed at 5, everyone shut down at 5, or everyone closed on weekends, and I'm like, oh, I should have never said that, because now I'm getting it. Everything will be after, at least in our state, will be closed after 5. Gonna be bored. Luckily, Netflix is still up. So, and I have a ton of DVDs. Thank goodness I have kept all my DVDs. Yes, to anyone that's told me after the Marie Kondo video or season aired that I should get rid of my DVDs if they don't bring me joy. They're bringing me joy now. You need videos or DVDs, I got a ton for you that you can borrow, but I need them back. I will need them back. So I think I'm going to go binge watch my I Love Lucy DVDs. So, but anyhow, I will see you guys in the next one. Please, again, comment below. I would really appreciate if you hit that big like button. Yeah, hit the subscribe button. That would help me, encourage me to stay active within my YouTube channel, because I wasn't sure for a minute if I was going to continue. So I really would appreciate the love. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!